everybody, it's Victoria from creativehealingandwellness.com and become your best self and transform your life. I just wanted to come in today again, day 12. Again, sorry so late, but you know, it is what it is. So I just wanted to come in and I wanted to be here and show up because you know, success starts with showing up. So I'm showing up. But I've been talking a lot about a lot of different, you know, tips and tricks and all that stuff. And I was going back through the videos and I realized I never really introduced myself and what I really do. I know many of you know who I am, but I figured it would be good for me to take the opportunity and just kind of just, you know, introduce myself and talk about my coaching program a little bit. So as I said, my name is Victoria. I am a certified law of attraction coach. I am also a Reiki master teacher and a healing touch for animals practitioner. I also do energy practice. I'm also an energy practitioner kind of as a whole. I have been trained in healing touch for humans and anatomy for healers, and crystals and gems, and I dabble in sound therapy and aromatherapy. I'm still got to learn more about those, but so that's what I do. I'm also an ordained minister, yeah. So, you know, those are all of my qualifications. You know, this 30-day program is based on, or is for my coaching part of what I do, which is the big thing of what I do. It's the main thing of what I do. And I just wanted to come in and give you a little bit about my system. I do have a 12-step system that all of my coaching is based on, and I wanted to you know, go over that. So what exactly is Become Your Best Self and Transform Your Life system, and what does it include? So the system begins with understanding your true value, or becoming your best self begins with understanding your true value, where your power truly comes from, how to manifest what you want, and including more money, and creating powerful intentions that get you results. So that's just kind of an overview. So the things that the system gets you to do is, number one, we set intentions. Intentions are really important. Number two, we learn about awareness and mindfulness. Number three, we let go. We learn how to let go of egoic identifiers, and those are those things that we label ourselves: mother, sister, you know, daughter, doctor, waitress, secretary, assistant, you know, all of those things that we are and what we do, which are all fine and great and dandy. But sometimes if we are so in our egos and the ego is overactive, sometimes we can get lost in those egoic identifiers, and stripping them away can help you really find the core of who you really are. So we go there, and then we learn we learn also about how to release fear. And you know, I mentioned it in a previous video about fear and those negative Nancy twins, ego and doubt, and how to create space, you know, for the fear. And that's kind of releasing it, you know, release it and give it space. We also work on removing the distraction of the story. The story can be, you know, things that other people identify you as, or stories that you have taken onto yourself and have lived with. And these stories tend to keep us stuck. I mentioned that one of my biggest stories was I wasn't good enough. And I truly felt that I was not good enough and not worth anybody's time. And, you know, that was my story. And that's a tough story to carry around with you. And it's taken me a long time to kind of break free from that story. And every once in a while, it'll still kind of tug me and pull me back in a little bit. But I've been able to work at it, and I'm slowly removing that distraction from my story because it doesn't serve me. So these stories don't necessarily serve you. Actually, the majority of them, the ones that I'm talking about, they don't serve us at all. So then we go and I will teach you about the universal laws. I focused mainly on 7 or 8 of them. And there go from, you know, the law of attraction, which is, everyone's heard of that. The law of deliberate intent, the law of allowing, the law of polarity, the law of gestation. Those are some of the bigger ones. And we'll go into more depth with those. And we learn how to use them and really take back our power and design our best lives. So we also will go into the energy, you know, where energy fits in with transformation. As a Reiki master teacher, I work with energy all the time. And it's really important to work with that energy, to clear those blocks and to clear that congested energy that we carry around with us a lot of times, to be able to kind of pull back those layers of the onion and be able to get down to who we really are. And energy is really good. I mean, we all are energy. Energy is everything. It is what it is. It's just there. And I do tend to stay away from negative energy and positive energy because energy is just energy. You know, you can have stop energy. You can have push energy, which can come off as being aggressive and offensive. But energy is just energy. And it does have a role in transforming your lives. And then, you know, we go with some of the really simple things that we have mentioned on these videos, like simple gratitude. Really diving deep into gratitude and the role of gratitude. We also go into daily success habits. I've touched on these things here and there, but we actually go down and we pick apart and we figure out what daily success habits work for you, and what they really do, and where their place is in this transformation. We also talk about, we'll also get into the role of meditation and the role of self-care. These are really important. I mean, meditation is not just sitting for an hour and chanting. I mean, you can do that, and that's a wonderful thing, and talk about elation, that's going to really raise your vibration. But you can live meditatively. You can, you know, there's many ways to just live a meditative or a prayerful life. And that kind of goes into the awareness and the mindfulness and being present and really, you know, keeping yourself grounded and centered in yourself and on this planet. And self-care is really important too. You know, I've touched on it a little bit. I'm always talking about being kind to yourself, and self-care is one of those things. You have to give yourself time. You have to give yourself time. You can't just give to everybody else without giving to yourself. You have to replenish yourself. So it's really important. So that's, I added that in because I think it's really, really, really important to learn how to do self-care and how to live meditatively. So the last two things that we also talk about is, and these can be a little bit tricky. The first one is understanding your value and your purpose. which is a little bit different than the last one, which is knowing your divine purpose. Now, understanding your value and purpose it's kind of a mindset thing. You know, really getting to the heart of why you do what you do, why you have the desires you have, what is your role here, and how valuable are you? And I'll give you a little hint. You are very valuable. Don't let anybody tell you differently, because you have great value. Just because somebody can't see it doesn't mean you don't have value. So we go into that, and we really kind of get your mindset and your perspective shifted a bit, so you can see your value and you can understand your purpose. And then the last thing is knowing your divine purpose. You know, I've talked about, you know, what my divine purpose is. You know, I told you it's about, you know, serving and, you know, humans and animals. It's really important for me, and it took me a little while, but, you know, it lights up my soul, and that is so important. And when you find out what your divine purpose is, you find out what lights up your soul. Not just what makes you happy, but what lights up your soul. What you have learned is your purpose on this planet. Why were you sent here? Or why did you choose to come? I don't think we sent, we choose. So why did we choose to come here, and what is our role, and what are we meant to do? Now, I'm meant to be a healer, and I'm meant to, you know, be of service to humans and animals. But there are other people that their divine purpose is to be a teacher, to mold the young minds of our planet. There are people who, you know, their divine purpose is to help the elderly or do social work. You know, these are some of the things that, you know, we come here to. These are the divine purposes. You know, most people who go into social work and go into teaching and go into a lot of these noble careers is because there's a drive in them. There's a reason for them to want to do that. And, you know, it's a calling. So we delve into that. So that is basically what my coaching system is based on, or what my coaching is based on, the system that it's based on. And, you know, I may do a couple videos here or there down the line where I split those things up and, you know, like 2 or 3 videos and go a little bit more into detail about what I do, or what those steps are. And I may have a video of, you know, my healing touch for animals, or my healing touch for humans, or, you know, any of the, you know, the Reiki master, the Reiki that I do. So these things may be other videos down the line, but I just wanted to come with you with that, because I think that's, you know, that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That is my system. So if you want, please join. Oh, sorry, my kitty. It's okay. It's okay. I'm right here. I'm right here. So join my Facebook group. We'd love to have you. It's Become Your Best Self and Transform Your Life. I'll put a link. And, sorry. And, if, gosh, it's okay, sweetie. And, you know, if you want to work with me one-on-one, I apologize here. He's having a stressful day. If you want to work with me one-on-one, you can private message me. Well, I got to close this because he's really having a hard time. So just send me a private message. I'd love to have a chat with you and see if we're a good fit. And yeah, so that's it. So be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will see you in Facebook. So bye-bye. Sorry for the interruptions, guys. Bye-bye. Have a great night.